So the question number 4, it's there on the screen. We will solve this problem now, and you know the pro forma of the solution. So quickly draw your pro formas. I've already done that. Joint venture account and the co-venturers accounts, and then the joint bank account. Right. So we'll first quickly read the question, and then, as I told you yesterday, one by one we have to read the transaction, transfer the transaction at 2 different places in the ledger accounts immediately. So we will open all the 4 accounts together. So see the question, and you can also put a star mark to this question because it's a very, very important question. It has also appeared in the exam twice or thrice. So listen to the question carefully. Jolly and Happy undertake jointly. Someone is not muted. Please mute yourself. So see the question, Jolly and Happy undertake jointly to construct a building for Hyderabad Insurance Company Limited for the contract price of 9 lakh rupees. So here there are 2 co-venturers, one is Jolly and one is Happy, and their venture or their business is to construct a building for this Hyderabad Insurance Company. And the contract price, that means once if they construct the building, they will get the value of 9 lakh rupees. And how is that 9 lakh rupees payable to them? See that. Payable as to rupees 7,20,000 by installments in cash and 1,80,000 in fully paid shares of the company. So what Hyderabad Insurance Company is doing, they are giving them a contract to construct a building. And they said the price of the contract is 9 lakh, but entire 9 lakh they will not give them cash. Out of 9 lakh, 7,20,000 they will give them as cash. Remaining amount, 1,80,000, they will give them the shares of their company. Right? So when you're taking the credit side, see in the credit side of joint venture account, if you remember, you were taking sales. So this is the contract price. So this is also similar to your sales. So here you will write 7,20,000 as cash received and 1,80,000 as shares received. That's the difference. Right? So look at the remaining problem. A joint bank account is opened in their names. Jolly paying 2,25,000 and Happy 1,35,000. So what are these amounts? Jolly 2,25,000, Happy 1,35,000. What are these amounts?
Capital.
Yeah, these are the initial investments made by the co-venturers, and these amounts have been deposited in the joint bank account. They are to share the profits or loss in the proportion of 2/3 and 1/3 respectively. So that means it is 2:1 ratio. 2/3 to Jolly and 1/3 to Happy. Their transactions were as follows. So see the transaction: paid wages, bought materials. So when the transaction says paid wages, what do you understand? From where did they pay this wages?
Ma'am, joint bank account.
It is paid from the joint bank account. Correct. Now next one is bought materials. So again, it is from the joint bank account. See next one, materials supplied by Jolly from his stock. So that means this is the material which Jolly has given to the venture. Materials supplied by Happy from his stock. So this is the materials which Happy has given from his stock. So for the first 2 items, you will write joint bank. For the next 2 items, you will write the name of the co-venturer who is spending it. And the last one, architect's fees paid by Jolly. So again, Jolly has also paid for the architect's fees. See the remaining information. The contract was completed and the price was duly received. So we know what was the price, right? The price was 9 lakh rupees. It was duly received in the sense they received 7,20,000 cash plus they received 1,80,000 shares. The joint venture was closed by Jolly taking up all the shares of the company at an agreed valuation of 1,44,000. Now, what does this line mean? After the venture was closed, what did Jolly do? He purchased all the shares of the company at an agreed valuation of 1,44,000. How much of the shares? There was the value of 1,80,000. But Jolly took them only for 1,44,000. So what happened to the remaining 36,000? Can you tell me that? See, the Hyderabad Insurance Company gave them shares worth 1,80,000. But once the venture was completed, Jolly paid them 1,44,000 to the venture and he took away all the shares. So 1,80,000 minus 1,44,000. What happened to that 36,000? What do you think is 36,000 value now?
Depreciation in shares.
You can't say depreciation in shares. It is a loss on shares, right? Because share value was 1,80,000. Jolly is taking only for 1,44,000. So who will bear this 36,000 loss on shares?
Ma'am, all
Yes.
the co-venturers in their profit sharing ratio?
Both the co-venturers in their profit sharing ratio. Otherwise, can't we put the loss directly in the joint venture account? Because it belongs to both of them, right? It is not for one. So directly,
Yes,
we will put this loss in the joint venture account. And which side of joint venture account will you put the loss? Debit or credit?
ma'am, debit.
Debit side, right? So this 36,000 here, so you need to be careful with the sentences. Remember, share value was 1,80,000 and Jolly took it only for 1,44,000. So the remaining 36,000 is the loss on shares which has to be borne by the joint venture. See the remaining information. And Happy taking up the stock of materials at a valuation of 27,000. So what did Happy do? Whatever was the closing stock left over, he took away all the stock by paying 27,000. Prepare the joint venture account and the accounts of Jolly and Happy showing the final distribution of cash. So is the question clear to everyone? Quickly put your headings. So first I'll write Jolly's account here, the co-venturer, and then the next co-venturer is Happy. So Jolly account, Happy account, and then we have the joint bank account.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, can we only write like the date and the particular, the amount? Sorry, the particulars and the amount, or should we just like write date and the journal folio number and everything? Like
See, the
columns?
general pro forma of a ledger account is what we have drawn here. Even if you don't write date column, nothing is wrong there. But for your exam, if you put it in the pro forma, you will always get full marks. Because your pro formas also carry marks in the exam. So at least 2 marks will be allotted only for the pro formas if they are drawn completely. So just always make a habit of drawing the pro forma. You can leave those columns blank, it doesn't matter. But if you're writing only particulars and amount column, it shows that your pro forma is incomplete. Okay. So do I start the question? All the 4 accounts, ledger accounts are ready. We'll read one by one each sentence and then tell me which 2 places we need to pass those accounts. Right? Is everyone ready?
Yes, ma'am.
So first one, he says they have undertaken for the contract price of 9 lakh payable as to, we will see this when it was paid. So leave this sentence. See the next one. A joint bank account is opened. Jolly paying 2,25,000 and Happy paying 1,35,000. So where do I take these accounts? Take these transactions?
Ma'am, joint venture account.
Joint? Which account? Their initial deposits will go to joint bank account and the co-venturers account. So joint bank account, which side should I take?
Ma'am, debit.
Debit, because the rule of joint bank account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So to Jolly, and this is the investment. So I'm just writing the reason there. And let me see the amount once. Jolly is 2,25,000. Happy is 1,35,000. So 2,25,000. And again, I will write here as to Happy. Again, investment. And this is 1,35,000. So these 2 entries will again go to the co-venturers personal accounts also on the credit side. So I'm writing here again as by joint bank in brackets investment so that we remember. This is 2,25,000. In case of Happy, I will write again as by, sorry. So by joint bank, again, it is the initial investment that is 1,35,000. Right. So I have taken that transaction. Those 2 amounts are done. See the next line. They are to share their profits or losses in proportion of 2:1. This we will need when we are dividing the profits. Now look at the transactions. paid wages, bought materials. So that means they have spent these two items from the joint bank account. And these two items will go to the joint venture account because they are the expenses. So you will write here again as to joint bank in brackets. You can write it as wages. So wages amount is given as 2,70,000. And then the next one is to joint bank in brackets, it is materials. I can also total it up and write, there's no problem. But if I'm writing like this, it will be clear to me when I look at the question again. 6,30,000, right? And the next one is, see, material supplied by Jolly from his stock. So what do I write for that? Tell me quickly, what do I write? Yes?
Ma'am, to Jolly
To
account?
Jolly's account?
Yes, to Jolly in brackets materials. And the amount is 45,000. So the next transaction would be to Happy. So the next one would be to Happy. Again, it is materials which he has supplied. And Happy has supplied materials of 36,000. Then coming to the next one. The next one says architect's fees paid by Jolly. So we will write that also. Again, that would be to Jolly in brackets architect's fees. Right? And that is 18,000. Now I have taken all this on the debit side of joint venture. I need to pass the second effect of this transactions. So where do I pass the second effect? Do I have something in Jolly's account?
Yes, ma'am.
So these two items, right? Where I've written to Jolly, these two will be transferred to his account on the credit side. So on the credit side, what do I write?
By joint.
Yeah, by joint venture. This one is materials. And Jolly has given materials of 45,000. And then again, Jolly has also paid the architect's fees. So by joint venture again, and in brackets, architect's fee, and his amount is 18,000. So Jolly's account we have transferred. We have something in Happy's account also. So we will transfer in Happy's account also. Okay, so Happy's account also I'll write by joint venture. Again, this is also materials. And what is the amount of materials which Happy has given? It is 36,000. So we have transferred the entries in the co-venturers account. Now what are we left with? We are left with the joint bank account, right? So we will transfer the entries in the joint bank account also for wages and for materials. So what should I write in joint bank account?
By joint venture.
Yes, I'll write here as by joint venture. This one is for the wages part, and it is 2,70,000. And the next one is again by joint venture, and this is for the materials part. And how much is this amount? I will have to see this. It is 6,30,000. Right, so we have made both the transactions done. Now look at the remaining. The contract was completed and the price was duly received. So when you are receiving the contract price, to which account will you write? All the
joint bank account and
joint
joint
bank.
venture account.
joint venture and joint bank. So joint venture, I'm coming to the credit side because it's an income. So you are receiving the contract price. So what will I write here? I will write by joint bank for the cash received, right? So how much cash am I receiving? See, the contract was for 9 lakhs. I'm receiving 7,20,000 as cash. And then I have one more income, that is of the shares which I'm receiving. So I'll write that as buy shares, right? And I'm receiving shares of, it is 1,80,000 is the shares that I'm receiving. Did you understand this part? This is the income for the venture, right? When they are constructing the building and handing over the building to that company, the company is giving them 7,20,000 as cash and 1,80,000 as shares. Now we need to transfer these two accounts again. So this entry will go back to joint bank account on which side?
Debit side.
Debit side. So I'll write the entry as to joint.
Ma'am, if they are giving cash, why are we again entering into bank account?
Yeah, they are giving cash in the sense that cash is going to the joint bank account. See, what did I tell you? In this method, all transactions are done through joint bank. If they are selling it to common public or if they are receiving cash, that will be deposited in the joint bank account.
Okay, ma'am.
Unless, okay. So to joint venture in brackets, cash. Cash received, and that is how much? 7,20,000. Now this entry I have transferred. Where will this entry go? Shares 1,80,000. To which account will this go? Tell me, where will this go?
Ma'am, into the co-venturers account. We need to divide it.
I should divide this 1,80,000 to co-venturers account. See the
Ma'am,
entry
joint
here.
bank account?
Why will it go to joint bank account? See, joint bank account is a cash account. Is there something happening with cash here? No. See the entry. You have written in joint venture account. On the credit side, you have written buy shares. So this entry should be transferred to
Shares.
shares account. Are we preparing shares account right now?
No.
No. So we will leave it. The second effect of this transaction will go to shares account. In the shares account, you will write the entry as to joint venture 1,80,000. Right? I will show you that if you want. In the shares account, we'll have to prepare one more account. And in the share, see, for example, if you're taking shares account, on the debit side, you will write to joint venture 1,80,000. Then you will see what we have done with the shares. And we will see here in the question, what are we doing with the shares? The joint venture was closed by Jolly taking up all the shares of the company at an agreed valuation of 1,44,000. So now tell me the entry for Jolly taking up the shares. It's a normal transaction. Jolly is taking up all the shares. So tell me the journal entry for that. Simple journal entry for Jolly taking up the shares.
2 shares, 1,44,000 in Jolly account.
The journal entry would be Jolly account data to shares account. Right? That's it. Jolly account to shares account. But what is the actual value of the shares?
1,44,000.
Jolly is taking it up for 1,44,000. So that between amount 36,000. What will you do? See, if you're writing an entry, it is Jolly account data, right? And his account is, he's only taking 1,44,000. Okay. And then to shares account, and shares account, we know it is 1,80,000. So what about that in between account? That means
that loss account, we need to open a loss account.
Yes. And that loss, I told you, we have to transfer to joint venture. So you will write the entry like this. That is Jolly account 1,44,000. Joint venture account 36,000, to shares account 1,80,000. And if you had opened the share account, see in the shares account on the debit side, you would have got 1,80,000. On the credit side, you would have passed this entry and the shares account would have been closed. Did you understand? If I'm opening a shares account, this entry will come on the debit side. These two entries will come on the credit side. And finally, the account will be closed. Right now, he didn't ask me to prepare, so I'm not preparing that account. Now, from all these three, where should I pass the transaction now? This is my journal entry. So this entry should go to three accounts, right? One is Jolly's account, one is joint venture account, one is shares account. I'm not preparing shares account, so forget this. But I'll have to transfer to these two. So first I should go to Jolly's account. What will be the entry which I write in Jolly's account? Tell me.
2 shares.
Yes, very good. So I will write here as 2 shares. And what will be the amount which I write? 1,44,000 or 1,80,000?
1 lakh 44.
1 lakh 44.
44, because
44.
he is taking it only for 1 lakh 44. So this entry is transferred. Now this joint ventures, I need to transfer this entry. Where will this entry come to the joint venture account? Debit side or credit side?
Two shares.
Debit
Credit
side.
side, ma'am.
So I will write it as 2 shares. In brackets, I will write loss. Because this is loss on shares. 36,000. Right? Did you understand how I have transferred this entry? So the shares which the company gave us were 1,80,000. This was an income for us. We took that income. After that, what happened? A has paid 1,44,000 to the firm.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
My voice is breaking. Let me check. Now is it okay?
No, ma'am.
What happened suddenly? Just check now. Am I?
Yeah, ma'am, it's okay.
Yeah. So 1,80,000, the company has given them the shares. And out of this, what happened? Jolly has taken the shares, but he has paid only 1,44,000. So that remaining 30,000 is the loss which we have debited to joint venture account. Are we clear? And I'm repeating, this is a very, very
Ma'am, you
important
was-
question.
Yellow.
Pardon? I didn't get you. You were asking something?
Your voice is not at all clear, ma'am.
I didn't get you now. Rubina?
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
My voice is not clear, but here my speakers show they are perfect, 100%. And it is showing me that you are able to hear me because
Ma'am, you are moving far from mic, ma'am.
I'm not
Yeah,
moving
ma'am.
far also. I'm
Maybe.
just near the mic now. Okay, I'll just be very near to the mic.
Ma'am,
Right? So did you understand that? Company
ma'am,
gave
can you
us,
show the joint venture account?
yeah, the company gave us shares worth 1,80,000. So we credited them because it's an income to us. Afterwards, what happened when the venture was closed? Jolly paid 1,44,000 to our venture and took away all the shares. So in Jolly's account, we have debited because he is paying this to the venture and taking away. And the remaining 36,000 is a loss to the venture which we have debited in joint venture account. Now look at the remaining information. Happy took up all the stock of the materials at a valuation of 27,000. So Happy has taken up the closing stock of the joint venture. So where do you show the closing stock? Closing stock is always shown on the credit side of the joint venture account. So what we will do here, we will write here as by Happy in bracket stock. He has taken away the stock and he paid how much? 27,000 to the venture. And this entry should again go to Happy's account. It will come on the debit side as to joint venture. This is for the stock which he has taken over. And he is paying 27,000 and taking that stock. Right? So that entry also is transferred. Do we have anything else? That's it. Nothing else is there. So what do we do first? Which account should we balance first?
Joint venture.
First, we should always do the joint venture account. So quickly calculate whether we have profit or loss on the venture. Just see quickly.
Loss.
Is it a loss? I don't think it's a loss. Let
Profit.
it up is profit. Calculate the profit and tell me how much is it.
Yeah, ma'am, sorry, it's the profit.
What is the total?
9,27,000.
Okay, so the total is 9,27,000. So I'm putting the totals on both the sides first. 9,27,000. And now tell me the amount of profit. Quickly, can anyone tell me the amount of profit? Calculate and find out how much profit are we getting. Is it a profit or is it a loss?
You'll get a loss.
We are getting a loss because here it is above 9 lakhs. See here, 6, 7, 8. This is only 9 lakhs. And this is crossing 27,000. So we have a loss. So where do we take the loss in the joint venture?
Ma'am, I'm getting
Ma'am, the
debit side
total
is
is
more,
different.
ma'am.
That's what,
Debit
it is
side
a
is
loss.
more.
When I'm telling the
Ma'am.
same thing.
Total is also different, ma'am. It's not 9,27,000.
Yes, total also will be different now.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, on the credit side, I did not get why you wrote buy happy stock like 27,000.
see, closing stock was left over, right? Sometimes what happens, whatever is the stock left over, they have two options. Either they sell the stock and they receive some money. So if they are receiving the money, it is an income, they will write on the credit side, right? And that money will go to the joint bank account. So they would have written by joint bank 27,000. But here what is happening, instead of selling the stock, one of the co-venturer only has taken the stock. So he is taking and paying 27,000 to the venture. So that is why we are writing his name. If they are selling it to the public or if they are selling it as scrap, the leftover stock, and they are receiving the money, we would have put it, we would have written it as joint bank. But instead of joint bank, one of the co-venturer is taking away the stock and paying 27,000. So we are writing his name because this entry should be affected in his account also, no? So that is the reason we are writing his name. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am, understood.
So now tell me what is the loss here? Here debit side is more, so we are getting some loss. And that loss also should be divided between Happy and Jolly. Jolly and Happy in the ratio of 2:1.
92,000, ma'am.
By Jolly, is it 92,000? Quickly check, no, one of you. 2,70,000 plus 6,30,000 plus 45 plus 36 plus 18,000 and plus 36,000. So debit side,
45,000.
yeah, debit side total is 10 lakhs
35,000.
35,000, correct. Now tell me
Here
the
it
total.
is 9,27,000. So 92,000.
10,35,000 minus 9,27,000. So it comes to 1,08,000.
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
1 lakh
ma'am.
8,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am,
1,08,000.
So 1,08,000, how do I divide it? The ratio is given to us as, see the ratio, it is 2/3 and 1/3. That means 2:1. So 1,80,000 into 2/3. So tell me the share of Jolly.
72,000. ma'am.
72,000.
72,000. And then coming to Happy share, by Happy, again it will be
36,000.
1,08,000 into 1/3. How much is it?
Ma'am, 36,000.
36,000 is the share of loss. So now both of them have a loss. So where do I transfer in their accounts? Now because it is a loss, it will come on the debit side or
Debit
credit
side.
side? Debit side. So I will come to the debit side and write here as 2 joint ventures in brackets loss, and Jolly has a, Jolly has a loss of 72,000, and coming to Happy again, two joint ventures. Again, this is also loss for him, and his loss is only 36,000. Right? So our joint venture account is closed. This is done. This part is done. Now we have to first balance the co-venturers account. So first the Jolly's account. Tell me the total. How much is the total? See, this side will be more. So 2
Ma'am,
lakhs,
6,93,000.
6 lakhs. How are you getting 6 lakhs? 2 lakhs.
Oh, ma'am, sorry.
93,000
I think I took it as
Yeah.
4,50,000.
plus
ma'am.
45,000 plus 18,000. So it's coming to 2,88,000 is the total. So I'll put the totals on both the sides, 2,88,000. And now deduct whatever is there from there, minus 1,44,000, 1,44,000, and again minus 72,000. So it comes to 72,000 only. So what do I write for the 72,000? Who will pay Jolly the 72,000? The joint bank account will pay him the balance. That is 72,000. Just check if I've done the calculations correctly. Now coming to Happy's account, 1,35,000 plus 36,000. So that is coming to 1,71,000. Okay, so both the sides. 1,71,000, and calculate how much goes to joint bank, comes from joint bank here. Tell me the balance here. 1,71,000.
1,08,000.
Yes, it comes to
1,09,000.
8,000. It's
8,000.
1,08,000. Because this is 71 and this is 7 plus 6 is 13.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have done that. Now what do we do? What is the last step?
Joint bank.
We have to transfer these entries to the joint bank account on the credit side. So first one is by Jolly, and this is the balance which the bank has paid him, and his balance was 72,000. Was it? Yeah. And then next by Happy, the joint bank paid him a balance of 1,08,000. Now check if your joint bank account is tallying. If it is tallying, then we have done the problem correctly. Quickly check if it is tallying. So debit side, I'm getting the total as 10 lakh and
80,000.
80,000. So see on the credit side, I should get the same total there. If I'm getting that total, it is correct. Just check one of you quickly. Are we getting the same on the credit side?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay, so that means our problem is tallying, right? Yes, 72,000. Even I checked it. Yes, we are getting the same answer. So our joint bank account, so this is how we need to do the problem. We have completed the joint venture account, co-venturers accounts, and also the joint bank account.